Hi guys, welcome to the Double Chin Show.
What up?
Today we're talking about an article that was published a week or so ago.
Yeah, it's kind of making its rounds on the internet.
So there's a story out of Guangdong, China, where a man, and he's dating this girl, and I guess she's rather attractive.
Yep.
And then he didn't want her to stray.
Yeah,
so let me ask you this.
He was paranoid.
Yeah.
He was
So
paranoid.
let me ask you this. If you're dating a really beautiful girl,
Right.
you don't want her to stray, what would you do?
If I don't want her to stray.
Yeah. What does a
do?
normal person do?
What is it? Well, hope? I mean, what can you do?
Well, you would treat her really well, right?
Well, of course.
You would make her not want to stray because of that. Because she loves you.
Yeah,
right?
normally
That's normally what happens.
Normally you're never trying to even make the other person not stray. You're just
but that's what I'm
hoping they
saying.
don't.
Is that
you just you're just being a general.
I'm gonna be the best I can be to you. In this way,
you hopefully you don't stray. Hopefully.
Yeah. If you do, then I've done everything I can to be a good guy.
Exactly. There's nothing you can really do, really actually do, except.
So this guy decided there is something he could do.
Okay.
What he did was he decided that if I made her super fat, then other guys won't want her, and she won't stray.
Right.
So that's what he did.
Literally what he did.
His girlfriend weighed 50 kilograms, which is about 110 pounds.
Right. So thin, very thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and there's a picture of her.
Right.
And here's what she looks like now after he fed her continuously. And now she weighs 90 kilograms, which is about
it's times 1.6.
Almost double her weight.
Almost double the weight. Almost. So probably close to 200 pounds.
And he even woke her up in the middle of the night to feed her.
My goodness.
Is this insane? Look, we talk a lot about jealousy, right?
Yeah.
This is jealousy taken up to the 20th power.
It really is, because here's the thing. He's just trying to make other men not attracted to her, so they won't approach her.
Right.
How does he know that she won't be attracted to another guy and go after that guy? And what if that guy happens to like larger women? He can't control that.
Well, I think this is wrong on both sides.
Yeah.
First of all, this is the most paranoid, insecure guy I think I ever heard of. Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I never heard of a guy saying that, hey, I'm going to try to get my woman to stay faithful by just making her unattractive, supposedly, to other men.
Right.
And on the other end, she let him.
That's really messed up. Because here's the thing on my end, why I think this is kind of messed up is because basically based on health, this is like one of the most unhealthiest thing you can do, which is extreme weight gain.
Yeah.
You can get diabetes, heart disease. I mean, she might have a lot of these things already. Like, we're not talking about over the course of 10, 15 years. We're talking about a very short period of time, and she's 20. So you're unhealthy. You are now unhealthy. This is not about, bigger girls, they can be beautiful. No. You are now unhealthy. So I feel like for her to let him do that to her, and also for him to want to do that, it wasn't a really good choice. It made for a great story because, I mean, it was a nice gesture. What did he do at the end?
So at the end, he proposed.
Right. So he was like, I'm going to get you big. I'm going to put a ring on it. So now we're married. And now,
But he said, after the proposal, he said he's going to fatten her up more.
Even
That's what
more.
he said. That's what.
It's really unhealthy. I mean, I get it. Like, people think that this is a very sensational, maybe even cute story. But
this is not cute. This is kind of.
To me, it's kind of messed up.
It's really something messed up about.
Human
both of
psyche.
them actually, because it takes two to tango, right?
Yeah.
So,
apparently, it takes two to eat, and it takes one to eat, but they're both going.
Well, he's doing it to her, and she let him because I don't think this is something that would happen here.
Right.
Well, I don't know. It could, I guess, but having the girl be like, okay, well, I'll let you do this to me, and I'm really curious to think what she's thinking.
Yeah.
Because
what if the guy's like, oh, you know what? Now I want to go somewhere else, and then she's basically like, well, I can't get anyone else. So.
Well, it's not like we're saying, okay, larger women are unattractive.
Right.
It's just the fact that.
Well, but clearly he thinks so.
Yeah.
And clearly the society thinks so. If he thinks society thinks that.
Right.
I'm really coming from the health angle where this is like, you should not do this to anybody. Like, this is like really, really bad for you.
Do you really want to stay with a guy that's so insecure about himself? that if you're a girl, like this is what he resorts to,
Right.
and also he doesn't trust you
Right.
at all.
I think what I want to talk about next is how do men and maybe even women deal with the prospect of maybe their partner's cheating? Because I think that's a really good topic. Because there's so much more that you can do than just say, "Hey, I'm gonna change the way my partner looks." You know, there's a lot of things behind, you know, dealing with insecurity. Because we're talking about insecurity at this.
Right.
This is insecurity at its limit.
Right.
It's pretty messed up.
I mean, the next thing he can do is just kill her, and then no one can have her.
He's
like,
kinda,
seriously?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, how do
are
you know
you
that?
serious?
Because how do you? I mean, he could be psycho. I mean, hopefully.
I mean,
that doesn't
there's
happen.
something definitely wrong with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, you know, in Chinese society, this is really unacceptable. So I'm curious as to like what her parents are saying.
And you know what is also kind of crazy is
And his parents.
The day he proposed, right?
Yeah.
His friends. This is really boggles my mind. His friends stood behind them with pictures of food.
Right.
And he gave her a bouquet made with what are those
roses?
chocolates called?
Armor Rochelle.
The
or
Rochelle,
those
little
those
gold,
crunchy gold. Yeah, they're
little
really
balls.
good.
They're good. But it's there's.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you feel
what-
like that this was just a publicity stunt?
it's definitely if he
gotta
married
be.
her.
It's gotta be.
For what? For a publicity stunt for what? You know.
Yeah, 2 years it took her to gain her weight. Basically, that's really
Right,
unhealthy.
but it's not a publicity stunt. This is not. They don't own a company doing anything. They just
crazy.
This is literally like, you know what? When I was in middle school, I've had friends kind of go on some crazy paranoid, jealous streaks
Oh,
before.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But
Like, what would they
you're
do?
kids.
Right.
You're like you don't know anything.
Right.
Now, like this guy's a grown up.
You know what you could do? Like, remember that episode of Friends where they make up stuff about Rachel? Because they hated her and they were jealous? What if, this would be a crazy story.
Yeah.
What if you're dating a girl and for guys not to date her, you made up a horrible rumor about her and spread it
What, to every single guy on Earth?
on campus or whatever?
What? You can't
in school.
control who she meets.
I don't know, like you're the secret person that's like saying bad stuff behind her back. And she's like, who's, and it turns out to be
The only I'll play devil's advocate for
Okay.
this guy for just 1 second because
Okay.
I can't do it much longer. Now I'll go insane. But only thing is he actually married her.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only kind of redeeming part of the story.
So that shows
Right.
to me at least he's willing to stick by her no matter what.
That's true.
And he loves her no matter what. And that's something that, okay, fine. If you want to look at any positives on this story, that would be like your only 1% positive
Exactly.
right there.
Otherwise,
The story's just insane.
insane. I hope she doesn't get all of the bad things associated with extreme weight gain. I hope so.
I mean, especially in China,
Yeah.
and this is true. It's like in the U.S. here, we're more health conscious in some parts.
Absolutely.
But in China, it's not really a thing because there's no You're talking about there's no Whole Foods in China, right? The organic, the term organic and like all that, doesn't really, get into people's minds in China. We go for like whatever's the cheapest usually.
Yeah.
That's kind of what people go for.
And not
in
only
China.
that, but the food quality, air quality, water quality
and you don't know
is
what's
already
fake.
bad.
Yeah, it's organic. You don't know.
Oh
So
man.
this is kind of crazy.
Maybe they were doing it to get like a reality show or something. Some people do that in America.
No.
Like, why would you do this? Why would
That's
you do
why
this?
he did it. He's jealous.
Insane.
There's something wrong with his head.
Something's wrong with that guy.
All right, guys, let us
Yeah.
know your thoughts about this story. Thank you so much for watching. See you
Later.
later.